welcome to Community TV with Adaire. This is TV for you by TV from me. And this is where I talk to people in the community who are doing amazing things to enhance and add value to the lives of people around them. Now, this could be anything from meditation, yoga class, learning to cook, reading tarot cards, or even gardening. Whatever it is that you're interested in, I aim to have it covered here. Now, today I have a really different show for you today. I have invited people to pop in. It's open mic, which means that it's something that I haven't tried before, but I'm trying it today. Roy's here. Good day, Adair, and good day, everyone. Hello, Roy. Thank you for joining me. Open mic here today. So, Roy, if you wanted to pop in and join me, you are more than welcome. The guest link is above. Take a seat in the hot seat. That would be awesome. If you are, Roy's going, ooh, open mic. I'm actually inspired by April and Roy from the Net Friending movement. Now, Roy is the voice of Net Friending, and April is April 2.0 is the face of Net Friending. And I'm also inspired by their format and what they do in terms of, I do generally have a bit of a structure about what I do here on Community TV with Adair on mytimetv.live. But today I thought, let's just go with it and see what happens. I do have some stuff that I would like to share with you, but if you want to jump into the program, into the broadcast, hijack it, do whatever you want. We can talk about anything. So this is actually the next step for me in live broadcasting, is saying I am happy to be led by your agenda, as long as it's, honourable and above board. Totally happy for that to happen. So I've got a couple of people hooked in. Just let me know you're here. That's and who you are, because it's great to speak to you. So what I thought was when I thought, well, what if no one turns up? Well, that's okay, because there are people who'll see the replay. What if? But I did think I did want to have something prepared, little tiny bit prepared, at least a vague outline of something, so that I could have something to speak to you about if in the event that nobody decides to jump into the broadcast. And if nobody does, that's totally okay as well. That is how it is. So I actually grabbed a few books out of my cupboard. I've got a wardrobe that's hidden here behind this screen here. I'll take the screen away, but then you would see the mirrors on the wardrobe, and they would actually reflect the mess that is the rest of my space, which desperately needs a clean up. So there you go. There's Eden's here. Hello, how are you doing, hun? If you're going to jump in and say hi, that would be awesome too. I'm just seeing there's something with the format of this, and I actually can't see who's in the lobby without scrolling up and down, so I'm not quite sure how that's why it's different on mine and not on other people's. But even if you want to jump into it, you're more than welcome. I am talking about today whatever you want to talk about, but I really wanted to share with you grab some books from out of the wardrobe behind me, and I thought I want to share with you a couple of books that had made a significant impact on when I read them, on my life, and how I thought about things. Now, the first one is I read it when we were driving over to doing the 2,500 kilometre. That's probably about 900 miles for you in the US. It's a long way. So we were driving at Christmas time. We drove from Adelaide to Brisbane, about 2,500 kilometres, and I had a few books, and we had CDs in the car, and we did audio books. We played the Paul Calero one, The Alchemist, which was great. We did Gay Hendricks, The Big Leap. Mel Robbins, the 5-second rule. So we had these on my Audible on my phone, and we just hooked them in. We had no internet connections most of the way, actually, because we're in outback Australia, and that was really, really cool because it was myself, my husband, and our son in the car, and we actually really took the time to connect and talk, and of course the son took time to sleep, as kids do when they're teenagers. But I happened to pick up this book, and it's called Chapter 1, and I thought I'll throw it in the car. And you can see that it says Chapter 1 there, and then we turn it this way, and then it says upside down, you have the power to change stuff. And it's by a guy called Daniel Flynn. Now, Daniel is a pretty extraordinary Aussie. He has he started a social enterprise. It's a not-for-profit social enterprise that created funds to help people in developing countries to get good drinking water and good medication and a whole heap of other stuff. It's called Chapter 1 because he says this is the first chapter of the journey of his where he's going in the not-for-profit that he set up. He was a teenager when he set this organization up. It's called Thank You. I will actually show you the website, their Facebook business page, because we're all about Facebook here, aren't we? So I just want to show you that. All right. Well, before I show you their Facebook business page, I just want to share with you. He's written it a bit differently. When I picked up the book, and you know how we read a book like this. Hang on, can you see that in the? Let's see, like this. Okay, so I'm going like this, and I'm going, something's wrong here because the words, if you can see, are sideways. So it actually requires you to turn the book this way to read it. Now that is something different in itself. Now it was written like that on purpose because I actually, when I first started, I picked it up and I started reading it and I'm going, well, this feels odd. It feels different. And as Daniel explains as he gets into the book, that it was meant to do that. Now, we are so used to reading a book like this. And I think it is a brilliant, unusual. This commands my attention, and it actually takes an effort to read it because it's like, to me, it's actually like brushing your teeth with the hand that you don't normally use. So if you're right-handed, try to brush your teeth with the left hand. Has anyone ever done that? Give me a thumbs up if you've tried to brush your teeth with the hand that you don't normally use. And if you have never done that, just try it. Just give it a go. So Eden's laughing. That means maybe she's not telling. I've actually been brushing. I'm right-handed, and I've been brushing my teeth with my left hand. Yes, think different, Roy. You would love this stuff. You would love it. Love it. Chapter 1, it's called, by a guy called Daniel Flynn. Now, it is about thinking different. And, so Roy has brushed his teeth with the hand that is not, and I've been doing it for about probably 6 months now. At first, I have to tell you, it might seem like a really, really simple thing to do. However, I got frustrated with it, and it took me about 4 smart logic. Yes. Is there any dumb logic? There is all smart logic. You might want to unpack that at some point. And if you want to jump in and have a conversation with me, I'd love for you to do that. Just jump into the lobby. Just check and see if anyone's in the lobby. I've got to scroll down and see. But no, we got nada. That's okay. You're welcome to if you want to. You don't have to if you don't want to. So, it took me probably 3 or 4 goes to actually learn to brush my teeth with my left hand. Now I have been doing it for several months, and I do it almost automatically. So I'll pick up the toothpaste with my right hand now, and I'll put it on the toothbrush, and I will. No, hang on. Yeah, I'll pick it up. So that's actually, it's become almost second nature now. And I say almost because my goal was to make it so ingrained to brush my teeth with my left hand that it felt awkward. Okay, Eden, how do you do that? Let's give you a little tutorial. See how we go. I wanted to make it so ingrained to be my my left hand that I actually had to relearn to brush my teeth with my right hand. Now, I said this is several months later, and I'll get back to the book in a moment, but it actually hasn't happened. So what I can do is I can brush my teeth with my left hand fairly easily now. Eden, I'm just getting a link for you. Just bear with me one moment. And while I can do it and I put it back in my right hand, it still feels much more comfortable, and it feels much more natural to brush my teeth with my right hand. So I'll continue to do it. But what I wanted to do is essentially change the neural pathways in my mind to rethink and let us, to be able to do different, hang on, my computer's going a little bit slow. I think I'm using too many system resources here. Bear with me. Eden, I'm sending you a link, a guest link, so you can pop in and have a conversation with me. And it's in your messenger as soon as it will play some music, thinking music. And now I've just told it to send you a GIF. Coming at you. And when it's there, if you just click on it, if you're on a mobile device, you may have to send. Roy's coming in too. Roy's coming in. Roy is in the lobby. Let's see, Roy. Oh my God, let's get you in. Eden, if you can make it too, that would be awesome.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing, Roy?
I'm fabulous. Great topic. Love it.
So pleased to hear it.
Hashtag love it.
Well,
did you know the book was sideways before you bought it?
I didn't buy it. My son was given it at school. And I looked at it, and it was really, really awkward to read. And I'm just going, there's something wrong with this book. It's not working. And when he actually explained why he wrote it like that, I went, oh my God, do you know how often we get our thinking stuck? Oh, Roy, don't you? Because you do help.
Let me think. Yeah.
You help. You use these sort of techniques. You turn the book sideways, don't you? That's what you do.
So what was his reason? Because, see, that's important, right? A person's why. Once you know why you stop doing this or you start doing that, you're going into persuasion mode to help people because it's beneficial if they know the why. So what was this why he wrote it sideways like that?
I'm just holding a book up by Simon Sinek that says "Start with Why" because I thought
love Simon's. It revolutionized, transformed his life to know what his why was, and it was just
amazing.
I love that man's amazing story. I love him.
But for now, let's focus on Daniel. Now, Daniel, he started as a teenager. And I'll just read, it said, the story began when I got a couple of friends, including my best mate and then girlfriend, now wife, together to talk about starting an organization I dreamed would challenge the very fabric of the capitalist global business model. It was a bold idea, especially for a group of kids with no money, no qualifications, and almost no experience in business. So what they did was they set up, they actually entered a very, very, very competitive market. They sold water called Thank You Water on the shelves. Now they've got it on the shelves of Coles, and they've got it on the shelves of every, you know what I'm going to do? If I can share my page here, his page here, that will be even more powerful, because his why was to distribute the resources more equally in terms of giving people in countries who had to, walk 20 kilometres to get water an opportunity. And you know how he did it? Are you there, Roy?
No, I
No?
don't. Can you hear me?
How? Yep.
I
I'm
was
just
just
sharing my.
I was just reading some of his stuff here because I'm on Amazon, Chapter 1, Power Change stuff,
Yep.
and the I don't think of water crisis. I don't think of some people not having water. It has to be brought to my attention, and I think, oh my goodness, some people, they don't live with the luxury that I have or you have, where we have running water like at our disposal, and what life must be like for them. And so, yeah, so I'm going to listen because wow, right? It's like, wow, when you think of that, you think, how fortunate am I? So there's so much
Mhm.
room to be grateful.
I think the real power of this story is the social enterprise, because he didn't go cap in hand. He didn't go begging. He didn't go begging for things. He got people to buy what we already buy. Here's April. Hi, April. So we buy bottled
Hi,
water.
April.
So what he did was he competed with the big Coca-Cola amateur. He competed with those massive, massive brands to bring a tiny little brand called Thank You Water onto the shelves. He started in the 7-Eleven, supermarkets, and got it in there. And he just bottled this water with the Thank You brand, and all the profits from that went to building wells in villages. So he didn't have the money himself. He didn't beg from corporates. He gave people what we use all the time, and he gave the money that came from that to these projects. It's the best, absolute best form of social enterprise. Now, I'm trying to share my desktop screen, and it's not playing. I think it's, or it could be operator error.
Well, you want to refresh or something, or maybe bring me down and bring that up first. Maybe that's a glitch or something. Just let's figure this out because I think this is important to show on your screen. So go ahead and drop me and then bring that up. See if that works. If not, bring me back.
I think what's happening here, Roy, is my desktop has got just a slight tweak to the Be Live platform inside, like in the dashboard, and I actually can't see what's happening with all of it on the screen at once. So I can see that you're there. I tried to I just scroll down a bit. I should have the desktop in there. It's in the lobby. Okay, let's go
Oh, and
into
April
the
says it
broadcast.
was down. The Be Live server was down. That could possibly
Oh, well,
be it too.
I'm streaming okay. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I can see that. The Be Live website was down a moment ago. They may be doing updates. Yeah. Well, if it was down, we wouldn't be able to do this. I think it's my system resources. And I've got Eden here as well. What? This is so cool. Okay. So Eden's coming in. Eden, I can see that you're in the lobby. You may be out. I can't see you. I can hear you. You're in the lobby and I can hear
You can
you.
drop me and you can have a discussion with.
I just well let's just try this, because Eden's in the lobby. Can you hear me, Eden? And so I can hear you. Roy, can you hear Eden?
No, I won't be able to hear her until she takes a seat.
I know, but I can hear her, and I shouldn't be
Yeah,
able
if
to.
you do the screen thing as an admin, then You can hear her, but I won't be able to.
No, you can't hear people when they're in the lobby.
No. And then when you talk to
So
them
Eden,
on the big screen, I still can't hear them.
yeah. Okay, so you okay. This is curious and curiouser. I'm going to see if I can. I haven't got you as a visual yet, Eden. I can just see it's grey, and
Hopefully
if I
you
pop you,
changed your settings on the gear wheel. Adair, let's find out if she changed her settings on the gear wheel
oh
to match what she has.
yes, so you need to turn it on. Oh, and April's saying the magnifying glass allows the host to hear guests in the lobby, but the other guests can't hear. April, you know what? You learn something new every single day.
You didn't know that? Oh my goodness, I should have taught you that. You know what? We need to walk people through the back end and give them all the nuances and the good stuff and the why stuff and why you use this and why we don't use that. And because
Yeah,
sometimes
no, I'd be.
granted that people know the back end of Be Live and everything there is to know about it.
Yeah, no, I think I thought I knew it all, and I was like, know it all. Nobody knows it. No, nobody knows it all, do they? Now, Eden, I still have got no visual for you. So, yeah, you've got your
Mobile or
camera on, and
desktop?
so Eden can hear you as well. April, can
Yeah,
you
she
hear
can hear
Eden?
me. Everybody that's up here in the audience, in the lobby, in the green room, they can hear everybody that's up here. But we can't hear them. You can hear them if you make them larger on that little. I think April said it was a magnifying glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then you can have a two-way conversation. The thing is, we still hear your end of the conversation, but we don't hear the guest in the lobby.
Okay, so April. Okay, so this says you're still in the lobby. It might
So see,
be. It
you can
might
hear
be.
her. So maybe she just needs to be heard, and then she can come up. Because if it's still white, she just didn't choose the right
Yeah.
camera.
No, yeah, it's just odd because I've got three. I've got Roy, myself, and I've got screen share in the broadcast section. And Eden is saying that you're still in the lobby, so I can only say what I see from this end. But this, all right, you do that, and I'll drop out the screen share, and then if we can get you and Roy in, that would be cool. All right, Roy, where were we before we got technically challenged?
Well, I forget where we were, but we'll just keep talking, and then you'll remember. So it's about the book. It's about Think Different. It's about this new
Yeah.
author. Mention the author's name again. Did you know the author before this book?
It's no, and it's funny because as a young Australian too. He lives in Sydney, and he was, I think, a 19 or so when he started on this journey. And that was in 2008. That some of the stunts they pull, you know what? I think the big thing with these guys is that they never ever stopped. So they managed to, now they've got, this is only chapter one, and why it's called chapter one is because this is the first part of their journey. He said, chapter two, most people write books when they've made it. Most people write books about their success afterwards.
Ooh,
He
ooh, ooh,
wants
ooh, ooh, ooh.
the,
Before you even finish that sentence, oh my goodness. Okay, so go ahead. Before they finish their success and have their success, they're writing their book, yes?
yes,
So they're building their
that's
parachute
that's
as they
what
jump off the cliff.
this is what he is saying. He is building the parachute. He's
I love it.
Because most people will wait. This is what he said in his book. Most people wait till it's done and dusted. They put their memoirs out, and that he's made his. Eden, I can see you back in here again. He's written the book and he's called it chapter one. They've got they took on the giants. It's like David and Goliath. It really is. And people just said to him, it will never work. You'll never be able to do it. I'm going to pop you in the broadcast anyway, Eden. We'll see how we go.
Okay, it says I'm live.
Yep.
Can you see me?
Okay. I can hear you. Roy, can you hear? Oh,
Hi, Roy.
okay. April's saying you may have to clear your cache. Cache?
Cash.
Where are you?
Say 1 2 1 2. I can't hear you.
1 2 1 2 1 2. And I have a red stripe that says you are live.
Yes, I heard you.
Yay!
Good day.
Hello.
It's good evening
Good
here.
day.
It's almost 8 o'clock in the evening, 8 o'clock p.m. here in California.
And I'm in Mexico, so I'm just right after you.
Yeah.
Ah,
Okay.
this is
I
lovely
need to ask.
to meet people all over. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well.
I need to ask April. Can you hear all of us? Just give me a thumbs up or a heart or a yes. You can be our. Oh my God! Now it's saying I've got live. All right. Well, I'm going to assume now. I've got in the lobby. April saying she can hear you, Eden. She can hear Roy and Adair and my solo on the screen.
Oh, good.
I don't know what's happening because actually what I can see on a live broadcast preview is the screen share that I did about 10 minutes ago. April,
We sound perfect now. I think we're perfect here.
Okay. Let's have a conversation.
Let's do that. Let's get to find out who is Eden.
Oh, no. That's a long, convoluted story. We're American expats. We live outside the U.S., travel full-time. We house sit full-time. And what else? I do social media strategy and social media management for businesses.
And you totally inspired me when we had our conversation, Eden. Absolutely inspired me. I had, after our conversation, we caught up about, a month ago?
Mm-hmm.
And after our conversation, I said to my hubby, we're going to pack everything we have into 2 suitcases and we're going to go house sit. My son absolutely looked mortified.
Yeah, my lifestyle tends. I guess I should call myself that more. I should include that in my bio more. That I tend to inspire people to think differently, to live differently.
Yes, and
You're
your bio
inspiring
needs
people.
a 90-second or less introduction by you on who you are, so we can feel you, right?
Yeah.
So we can feel the vibe, because remember, your vibe attracts your tribe. So this is how I'm showing up in the world. It's like, if people will just incorporate vital video, their visibility will go through the roof, especially if I get a hold of you, right? Because have you heard of the net friending movement?
No.
What does that sound like to you?
Have
Net friending, not networking.
Oh, okay. Yes. Well, that's what I do I've been doing that for so many years. I didn't realize there was a word for it.
Yeah. I love what Roy and April do with the net friending movement, Eden. They have it is connection and relationships and friendships first and business second.
I love that.
So you get to, it really is all about the people. And I just find that it sits so well with what I'm about as well. So we tend to keep crossing each other's paths. And what we've done, I'm hijacking my own conversation here a little bit, but what Theone and myself have done is we've actually brought the net friending movement to Australia, and we are practicing it in IRL, in real life. So
Fabulous.
It's
we do that with travelers also. We've been doing that for so long. We get to know people, and then we get to meet them in real life. I can probably come close to 100 people that we've done that with. One since we left the U.S., and then when we were in the U.S. with our businesses, it was the same. When Facebook, I was an early adapter to Facebook for our businesses back in 2008. Yeah. So I love it.
I think it's brilliant. So Eden, we're talking about social enterprise. Um, and today I just thought, well, I'd leave it open mic, but I just think that what Daniel wants to achieve with his social enterprise called Thank You is, I believe, something that is it definitely fits the philosophy of the net friending and the caring about each other and the making sure that other people are like it's sharing the caring, sharing the wealth, sharing the resources. It just is. I just think what this kid's doing is. I think he's about 30 now, but it's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, I've every time I get on with you, the last time I still have that piece of paper. I have all these notes about people's books I need to pick up and read, and so I just wrote his on there too.
I'm an avid book reader. Yeah. April's saying you need to turn your camera so you're not sideways. I'm still looking at the page. This is like really odd.
Is she talking to me or you? Or you're the only one on screen, right?
He's talking to you.
No, Eden, you are too, and you've been sideways. I just thought you.
Because that's just the way I have my stand. Okay, there I'm not. I didn't know I was on screen. I
You were.
I can't even see. I'll take a photo for you, April, because live broadcast that I'm looking at is nothing like you've just sent through to me. So
I can't see Roy at all.
No, Roy is the face, the voice of net friending.
He doesn't show up on camera with a face or anything, because I'm the voice. And you remember Charlie's Angels?
You're Charlie.
I'm more Charlie's Angels than I am Wizard of Oz ish, because either one of them come to people's mind. It's like, what is that guy doing? So I just want to prove to the world that you can build relationships fast if you'll just use your voice, and then even faster if you'll use your video. And so I'm the exception to the rule because it's my movement.
No likes to do things Roy's way.
I love it.
I just want to have fun, and I just want to be me, because I know so many people get wrapped up in people's faces that I just want to say, for those of you who don't think you can build a deep, intimate, loving relationship with me, you're out of your gourd, because you can. And but it takes a special person, and it takes a special type of preparation, because I have been told that I am like an acquired taste. Because some people get really butthurt when they first meet me, right, Adair?
I think it takes people to be open-minded and accepting of other alternative views, which aren't necessarily it's just a different way of thinking about things, and I do quite enjoy that. So, and yes, I've seen people go, "Wow, what are you talking about, Roy?" But I've also seen people go, "Wow, this man makes sense." So, Roy, did you want to have? I usually stick pretty much to time with this My Time TV, community TV. Did you want to make any last comments about the topic for today, which is thinking differently?
Exactly.
Reading a book sideways.
Yeah, I love thinking differently, because if I meet you and I don't know you, and you make me think like within the first nanoseconds of us meeting, where we're not necessarily talking about news, weather, and sports, I'm like all ears. If you're like into news, weather, and sports, I'm going to yawn, and I'm going to say, there's something on the stove. I see you. Don't want to be you. Bye. Okay, that's all I got.
Washing my hair.
I'm all about going deep with the person. I don't want to have like thousands of people following me and I just know a shallowness about them. I want to just know a few people and go deep with them, because if they're anything like me, they're going to have people. And I need to meet their people through their people. And it's easier if they introduce me than me introduce me. I'd rather do a we than a me, because we go faster and the same tide rises all boats. That's me in a nutshell.
Absolutely.
And I have
I'm
to
done.
say, I have to say that since hanging out with you in April, I have met some absolutely astoundingly amazing people, right in my own backyard as well. So that's been awesome. And Eden, did you? We really didn't. It's been a little bit of a rocky road trying to get you in on this show. And I hope that you are standing up straight now. April's saying Roy is the voice of net friending. April is the face of net friending.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to look this up and connect with you guys.
Yeah. So April, can you just drop a link to the page, net friending page? They're live 4 times a week.
Sure.
They have a different format. It's about conversations, as Roy was saying, and it's like today I was inspired to sort of follow their format. I usually have semi-structured conversations. I don't like them to be too structured, but I don't sort of letting it all go and saying where's this going to end up just scares the bejesus out of me, to be frank. So I thought I'll just let it go and see where it ended up. And guess what? Nobody died. And we got to have a great conversation with Roy, and Eden, we've got to have a bit of a conversation with you. Just tell me, is this the first time you've used Be Live TV?
No, I actually did a Be Live.
You've used it?
Yep, I did a Facebook Live with Be Live twice, I think. One was a training, cool. And I think one was just kind of more social, but yeah.
Yeah. So it is a little bit different to going live directly onto Facebook, so it can be a bit when you sort of start, and even when you're a seasoned user of the platform like me, you still discover new things every day.
So on the topic of thinking differently, I live differently. So I guess for me, that's just, it's almost second nature, right? I mean,
yes. I love it. You do. You live completely differently. And I know something that you said when we spoke that I really, really liked, and I'm just trying to think what it was. Shared economy. That was the word that you used.
Yep. That's what house sitting is in our eyes is a shared economy. Yeah. Part of that shared economy.
And that's one of the things that I really stuck with me about our conversation was the shared economy. So that is all very, very cognizant, it fits in really well with what Roy's talking about, with what young Daniel Flynn is trying to achieve with his social enterprise, selling water. People buy water, and then all the money from the water that we buy here in the wealthy parts of the world goes to the developing countries to get them clean water. It just makes perfect sense. He's branched out now into healthy like muesli bars and oats and things like that, so they can get healthy food to people that don't have access to good food. So like helping them to grow good food. There's a whole heap of stuff that they're doing. So I'll just give another little plug to Daniel Flynn and the chapter 1. It's actually called the Thank You. If you go over to the page, it's 2 words. It's 1 word, not 2. It's just thank you. And there's a whole heap of things you can find out a bit more about what they're doing, how they're doing it, because it's a pretty. I study like social enterprise, and I just love the thought of what he's doing, because nobody loses in this model that he does. I think we can all look at what they do and maybe adopt. Maybe not the consumable like he's doing, because that's a hard road, but his dreams are big, and he's taking massive action, and he's, like he said himself, he's failing massively but then picking up and moving forward, and I'm looking forward to chapter 2. So thank you, Roy. Thank you, Eden. Thank you, April, and others who popped in to say hi for Community TV with Adair on My Time TV. Roy's just doing a little plug down below. You can have a look. And we will speak again. Oh, next week I've got Jay Lane from, she's a psychic medium. She's from Canada. She's popping in next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Australian Central Daylight Time. So exciting stuff happening. I'll see you later. Have a good week. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.